All season long, I've been using Titleist Vokey wedges and a Scotty putter, but for a third of the price from Costco, you could buy these. Are they any good? Let's do it.
And let's do it now.
Hi everyone, my name's James Robinson and welcome to yet another YouTube video. Today we're joined by Chris, the short game expert. Chris, how are you?
Very average.
Well, I'm good as well, thank you for asking. So Chris, Titleist Vokey wedges, £129 each.
Yeah.
Costco.
Oh.
Costco Kirkland Signature Wedges, £129 for 3. Scotty Newport 2, £350. And a Kirkland Signature Ks1 Putter, again a third of the price.
Yeah.
So, should people be using these golf clubs? Should they be buying them? We've got the golf balls today as well, the Kirkland golf balls.
We have also got
and
the balls.
I must admit, I've tested these already, and I am a little bit of a fan of these. I didn't mind them. You've used them today so far, not a huge fan, but we're going to have a little bit of a challenge today. So we're going to have 3 different locations to match 3 different wedges. We're both going to alternate wedges and putters and see who wins.
Perfect.
Where would you like to start?
Shall we do, let's start, we'll go 52 first, we'll go just on the fairway to the flag.
So the rules are, when you are using the Costco Kirkland Signature products, you also have to use the golf ball, because I think the people who are buying those wedges and putters are definitely buying the balls, and I'm actually quite a fan of those balls as well.
Pound a ball.
A pound of ball, you really can't go wrong, can you? When you're using the Vokeys and the Scotty Cameron, Chris, you can use whichever performance ball you like. In my instance, I will be using the Taylormade TP5 picks.
Perfect. Right, well, I'll let you start with the old Vokey.
Thank you.
Right, 52, Gap Wedge. So we're going to use the Gap Wedge first.
This is a bump and run shot, isn't it?
It is a bump and run shot.
You alright? You look a bit shocked there.
I mean, the grips.
Is it not on?
About as wonky.
Let's have a look.
As wonky carrots. Anyone buy wonky carrots on the channel? I buy wonky carrots.
Is that an actual thing?
Yeah, wonky carrots are cheaper because they're wonky.
Oh yeah, it is, it is, isn't it?
Someone must have been in the festive mood when they put those grips on.
Yeah, that's not... I never even noticed that when I tested it. Chris, I've worked out your issue with the grip. It's not a wonky banana, it's just that that bit is in the middle of the Kirkland and the Signature, and it looks like it should be in the middle of the Kirkland, but it's not.
Oh, is that it?
You happy with that?
I mean, not. Well, yeah, I see what they've done, but you must have still been under the influence, but they're like wonky carrots. But other than that,
I think the head shape's gorgeous.
I mean, gorgeous is a bit out there, but I mean, I'd say it doesn't look bad. It looks very similar to my Vokeys.
So rules are, Chris, you're using both clubs and you have to put out with the worst chip.
Okay. Right.
Nice. That grabbed for you quite nicely.
Yes, it felt very soft. To say they are extremely budget, it didn't feel bad.
I don't think they feel.
Technology.
Yeah, I don't think they feel extremely budget though. Here you go.
No, they don't feel budget, but they certainly, obviously for the price, you would say are budget. You can also get wonky pairs if anyone's interested.
I didn't know you could get a wonky pair. Okay, that's closer with the Vokey.
Yep, same flight, felt the same. If anything, I'd say this one actually felt a little bit firmer, whether it was the ball or was it...
Well, Vokeys are actually cast, aren't they? A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, so it did feel that little bit firmer. So, I mean, so far, that did feel nicer to me.
And you see, guys, a lot of the time, yes, performance is a huge factor, but what's also a huge factor is feel, is look, is do I like this product? And I'm even supporting the Kirkland gloves at the minute, because for £15 for 3, I just can't not, in fairness. Right, we know these greens like the back of our hands. Go in a bit. It's probably just about matching your effort, isn't it, with the old Costco wedge?
Yeah, switcheroo.
Left it top side. I thought that might have released down a little bit more.
I did, to be honest, but no, it stayed straight.
Vokey. This feels heavier as well, doesn't it, straight away?
Yeah, shaft, normally an S400 or something similar, a wedge shaft.
Go on, go on. Right, let's get down there and see where they are. That's actually 4 very good chips, nevertheless, what club or ball we were using. And sometimes with such fine margins, but big price differences, what would really be the winner?
That is the question.
You tell us, let us know. So looking at these results, mine are this short one and the one on the left, and actually my worst ball was the Vokey wedge and the TP5 ball. Must have got a little bit too much spin on it, Chris.
Yeah, I mean the heavier shaft, it did come out a little bit lower, and it did check up a little bit.
Yeah, so quite happy with that for the Kirkland. That's the best one that can go. And your worst one was a Kirkland, so you get the joy now of using the KS1 Signature Putter.
Joy is a dubious word. As far as cheap putters go,
I think it looks great. You look down it, I think it looks very answer-like.
It looks great. It looks like the double wide of the of your putter.
Yeah, it does actually.
Premium grip, again. All in all, until you look at the face and the bottom, it looks good. In my eyes.
Oh, it's delightful.
Delightful. Well, I mean, it didn't feel delightful.
So,
but
what we're saying here, because when I tested this, I actually liked the feel and sound of it, but I struggled with distance control. You're not enjoying the feel and sound, but that is so far up and down.
It is, yeah. I'm not liking the feel or sound, and I also struggle with distance control, but that's where it does come down to. Just having the right length and design is not always just the thing you need. Right,
this not to go one down then, already. I do get the trusty Scotty Cameron putter though.
True, 5 feet roughly, I'd say.
That's more than 5 feet, man. I can't fit in there.
What size shoe are you?
I'm 11.
Oh, how many 11s is it? 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it is 6.
6 and a wobble.
6.
Can you walk the line, sir?
As we are from Yorkshire, although this is West Yorkshire. Oh, never in doubt.
Yeah, that felt solid. That was a nice stroke, actually. Right, that's level. We'll call apart a 2. For the sake of this video, we will call apart a 2. Now we're going to move up the wedges to the Sand Wedges, which are both 56 degree. And again, I had a lot of joy with the Kirkland wedge, but I've been having quite a bit of joy with the Vokey wedge all season. Remember, a third of the price, guys. A third. Right, 56 Sand Wedge. So what are you going first?
Again, I'm going to go Kirkland. Actually, no.
Let's change it up,
I'm going to go the opposite, because people will say that you've got a better feel second time. Yep. So I shall give you that. I will pop my premium ball down. So 56 up and over this bunker. Like James said, it does feel a little bit heavier, and it is the tour issue. It is the S400, which were designed. Tiger was the first guy to go heavier shafts in his wedges, I believe.
Bob taught us that, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah, that stopped nice and quickly for you. That's probably about the same putt I just had.
Correct, nice loft. Plenty of loft.
Move into the Costco. And what I want from the end of this video, Chris, I want to win, obviously, but I also want to know your opinion on these wedges and putter for the price.
I mean, again, wonky pairs, but for the price, so far they look good. I mean, for a cheaper wedge, so far they look a lot better than obviously the price would state. People think of it £40, oh, they're going to be rubbish.
You definitely don't get as much stop with it, do you?
No, a little bit of different turf interaction. Again, we don't know how much bounce there is on this wedge. I know
there's quite a lot. I quite enjoy the sole of that, because it does help you glide through any dirt or sand or anything like that.
Yeah, there for me, I think the grip put me off a little bit, obviously not being square. That maybe I've closed that down a little bit.
And they're the simple things that Costco could just do better, aren't they?
Yeah, it's basically putting a grip on could make them
Whereas you look at the grip that the guys at Titleist put on, and that's as square can be.
Helps you get a square grip, helps you get better contact. In the end, does that make you hit it closer?
Right, so I'm going to go Vokey first this time, Chris. 56 degree. I'd probably use Lob Wedge here, you know, really, but I'll not for the sake of this video.
Would you use Lob Wedge on an upslope?
Good point.
Here all week. So nice and...
That's delightful. You're taking that all day, aren't you?
Great shot. Took a little bit of the loft off, got it coming out and running down there, I like.
The big difference I'm getting here is that feel of weight. The Costco wedges feel so much lighter, which actually I'm not a fan of. I do prefer the heavier one because you get a bit better feel. Be interesting to put maybe an S400 in here, or if Costco are going to do different iterations, will True Temper design a heavier shaft for the wedges? Will they do a bit more field research? Look how much higher that is straight off the bat. Not a bad shot, but that's the worst one by far. So I'm going to be putting now with the Ks1 Putter.
Yeah, and that's a big point with the shafts. Obviously it does throw out your tempo a little bit, so it could take some getting used to if you went to those from something with a heavier shaft.
Yeah, so say if you've got fairly heavy, if you've got S300s in your irons, and then True Temper, whatever shaft these are, True Temper Kirkland Signature shafts, you might struggle to differentiate from that, from a pitching wedge to a gap wedge. So interestingly enough, we are now both using the Ks1 Putter because they were the worst chips, and the Vokies were the first shot as well, so there's no thinking that you've actually learnt from the shot itself.
No, and that's it. So when you are doing a test, it is good to always differentiate. I know most people aren't going to be testing this, but you know, if you did.
Yep. Right, so it's on me, isn't it?
Yeah, you lead us off.
Right, this is going to be interesting because I had a similar putt with the Scotty Cameron and I rolled it really well. It was a nice confident putt, a nice confident make for, we'll call it a par, because usually this is up and down for a par, isn't it? See if we can do the same with this. Guys, if you want to see full reviews on these, by the way, they are on my channel and they will be on Chris's channel as well, so go and check it out. We're doing a massive giveaway with them as well, so if you want to be in the chance of winning these, subscribe to the channel, comment on this video, Costco, and the other videos that we've done. You'll be in a draw for that, and also if you go over to your channel and your review,
exactly the same.
I'm not giving away the Peroni Red that was on the receipt because that's all gone.
You're joking. How long did that last? 24 hours?
No, a weekend.
Ooh.
We had a party.
Did well. Oh,
I honestly think this is so good. That was such a good stroke. It feels like it's got that element of forgiveness behind it, and together with the Super Stroke grip, I'm a big fan. I think really it should just be me that's a short game expert now and not you.
2 up and downs and you think you're savvy? Oh, never in doubt that, was it?
That was decent actually. Right now, short-sided, bunker, lob wedge, my territory.
Well, this is it. The odds are in your favour. But the both of us.
You alright?
Me?
Yeah.
Not really. I'm just getting these sorted out into piles.
So moving on to the lob wedge, and for me one of the big things that maybe you do lack with the Kirkland is the versatility of the Vokie. Obviously with a Vokie you get so many different grinds, so many different bounce options. The Kirkland, you just get that big wide sole, which I'm sure would be fine for you every day, or even your beginner golfer who's looking for a bargain. Is it your honour or my honour?
Well, we're all square, aren't we? So, I mean, either or. I'm going to go with Kirkland this time.
And if we both get up and down or fail to get up and down, I've got a humdinger of a tiebreaker for us.
Oh, humdinger. Right, I've rolled her in.
Delightful. And all that for the third of the price of a Vokie and a Pro V1.
Yeah, it does show if you've got the technique, it doesn't matter about.
Isn't it funny how everything's a third of the price, because the golf ball effectively is a third of the price as well?
Pretty much, yeah. £1 a ball compared to about £3.80.
Yeah, right, a quarter of the price.
Roll her in.
Ooh. Lovely shot, just a little bit long.
A little bit fiery, but I'll get to test the Scotty camera now. I haven't had a go yet.
Costco Kirkland, and I'm a huge fan of the sole relief of this Costco Kirkland. If you look at the amount of bounce you get on this lob wedge, it is massive, and that definitely helps you play shots like Chris just played there. Yours is actually a gimme, Chris, with the Costco there. Oh, that's delightful. That is. You know, if it didn't have Costco on it and it was like a big brand name, I don't think people are telling, personally.
And a wonky grip.
It's not a wonky grip, we've decided that.
Wonky grip.
I would like more options though, and a heavier shaft. And that is 2 awesome shots with the Costco, isn't it?
I think we peaked on the first
Yeah, I think we did, yeah. 2 putts coming up with the Scotty Cameron. What are your thoughts on the feel of the Costco putter?
Feel wise, I know you said it felt soft, but for me it's felt firm. But I don't know if that's more the sound. The sound doesn't feel as soft as it does with the Scotty Cameron. And
would you like this flag in or out?
In for me, por favor.
No problem. Ooh.
But again, you can see there different feel of a putter. Felt like I put a similar stroke on it, but it did come off a little bit hotter than the... I've been short as a rule with the old Kirkland. I've heard you've gone quiet.
I'll give you that. But I think you could 3-putt in an up and down video, but...
Yeah, well.
And I'd just like to say, no matter what happens here, I think if budget isn't an issue or not a thing, I think you're always going to go Titleist because it's a brand that you trust, you know it's going to last you a long time. But if budget is a big thing for you and you do want brand new clubs, I think they're good value.
Great value, yeah. So far the feel's been good. I mean, like I say, on longer shots we haven't tested. Would it be different with not the heaviest shaft? That'd be a big thing I would look at.
Yes! How good is that? That's 3 out of 3. 3 good putts as well. So guys, there we go. For me, I definitely think, I don't think you can beat Scotty Cameron personally anyway. I think Vokey wedges are potentially the best wedges on the market, but I also think personally there's a huge place in the market for not just the Costco Kirkland golf clubs, but golf clubs of this ilk and this price. What would you say is a short game, man?
Definitely, if you're just getting into the game, you know, if you're testing it out and wanting to get a feel, then I would definitely start with something like that. The feel was good. The only thing, but if you've only just started, the longer shots will be fine. For someone, if you're changing, you might want to think about heavier shafts because they are a little bit light. So on your longer shots, you are going to have to make a bigger swing to get the ball there. The only thing I would struggle with is the putter is just the feel off the face, but that's more personal preference.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed that. If you have, smash that subscribe button because you might win a chance of winning these Costco golf clubs. Go and check out Chris's review over on Chris Dennis Golf. And apart from that, I'll very much look forward to seeing you at exactly the same time tomorrow. Don't be late. Bye!